Okay, welcome to Legato 2. This follows on from the previous two, which was the Legato Primer and Legato 1, which I'm sure you've all got to grips with by now. They were pretty tricky, and just like those two, this is going to be following the same sort of format. So going to be doing 10 exercises, each for 3 minutes long. Take your time. If it's too fast, put on one of the previous backing tracks, either the 60 or the 80, and practice these new ideas against that before moving up to the 100 BPM speeds. Let's get to it. Okay, here's example 1. We're doing frets 3, 5 and 7 on the E string. Pick hammer, hammer with fingers 1, 2 and 4. We then skip across to the D string, same fingers, frets 4, 5, 7. Back to the A string, frets 3, 5, 7. Jump to the G string, 4, 5, 7. So far, always fingers 1, 2, 4. Back to the D, 4, 5, 7. Jump to the B, 5, 7, 8. That's fingers 1, 3, 4. Back to the G, that's 4, 5, 7. Onto the E string, 5, 7, 8. And then half bend the 7. So we have slowly. Let's try that. Okay, here's example 2. We're doing basically the reverse here. We're doing 8, 7, 5 on the E string. Pick, pull, pull. Then we're jumping onto the G string, 7, 5, 4. That's with fingers 4, 2, 1. Onto the B string, and that was 8, 7, 5. Onto the D string, that's 7, 5, 4. Onto the G string, 7, 5, 4. Onto the A string, 7, 5, 3. Back onto the D string, 7, 5, 4. And onto the E string, 7, 5, 3. And then finish on 5. So we have, slowly, Okay, example 3. This is a sequence. We're going to be doing 3, 5, 7 on the E string, 4 on the D string, back to 7, 5, 3, and hammer up again. This is on the A string. So we have this. Now across to the G string, 4th fret, come back on the D, 7, 5, 4, hammer up to the B string, 5th fret, come back on the G, 7, 5, 4, hammer up, 5, 7, 8 on the E string, and then bend the 8th fret on the B string, full tone bend. So we have this. Okay, example 4. Again, this is basically the opposite of example 3. It's always being led by the little finger here. This is the trick. So you're doing 8, 7, 5 on the E string. Then your little finger is going to play that 7 on the B string. And that's going to come up the B, 5, 7, 8, and reverse. Now the little finger goes to the 7D, up the G string, 4, 5, 7, and down 7A, onto the D string, 4, 5, 7, up and down, to the 7E, and onto the A string, 3, 5, 7, up and down, and then 7, 5, 3, to the E string, finishing on 5. So we have Okay, here's example 5. This one's a little bit more complicated to follow, but let's see how we do with this. So 3, 5, 7 on the E string. Then we're going to go to the A string. Now we're going to be doing this. So think of it in triplets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Shift up to 5. Now we're going to be hammering 7, 9 there, and then onto the D string, same sequence, 5, 7, 9, back and forth. Shift to 9, shift to 7 there, hammer 9, hammer 10, onto the G string, same sequence, 7, 9, 11. Shift to 9, 11, 12. Then onto the B string, 10, 12, 13, and half bend the 12 on the B. So we have shift, 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 exit. Here we go. Okay, I hope you're enjoying yourself so far and getting those fingers moving. This is just a quick message just to say If you've got some value out of this video so far, do me a favour and hit the like and subscribe button. Let's keep going. Okay, here's the next example. So this is a bit tricky to remember, but you've got to think little finger slide, first finger slide, and this way it will work. So we're going to be going 3, 5, 7, sliding to 8 on the E string. Then come back 7, 5, shift to 7, hammer 8, hammer 10, and then on the A string 7, 8, 10. Sorry, 7, 9, 10 there. We start again on the 7A string. Shift, come back, shift to 10. That's going to be 10, 12, 14 on both of those. Now on the D string, 10, 12, 14 and shifting to 16, pull back, shift to 14, 16, 17 and then the same on the G. And then half bend that G there on the 16. Let's give that a go. Okay, here's example 7. We're going to be starting out in triplets on the D and the G strings. This is going to be 4, 5, 7 with fingers 1, 2 and 4. Then we're going to jump across to the 875 on both E and B as semiquavers. So think triplet, 3E and a, 4E and a. Same idea continues. We're doing 5, 7, 9 on the middle two strings. Then we're skipping to the E and the B, 10, 8, 7, same idea. And you'll notice I'm doing a hammer on from nowhere there. There. On to the D string we're playing 7, 9, 10. And then 7, 9, 11. On to the E and the B, 12, 10, 8. Finish on 9G. Okay, here's the next one. We're starting on 4, 5, 7 on the D and G strings. Shift to 5. So you've got to think in semiquavers here. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and. That's 5, 7, 9 there. 7, 8, 10 and back again. Shift to 8, 10, 12. 8, 10, 12 up and down on the E string. slide to 7, hammer to 8 and 10, pull back. 10, 8, 7 on the B string. Slide to 5, hammer up to 7 and 8 and back again. That's 7, 5, 4. So we've got so far. Slide to 2, hammer up, 4, 5, and back, 5, 4, 2 on the D, slide to 7. Okay, here's example 9. This is a tricky one to remember. We're going to start with 8, 7, 5 on the E string. And the same on the B there with a hammer on from nowhere. Slide to the 7 there. So you've just done the 8, 10 and back again on the B string. Little finger hammers onto the 9 on the G, pulling off to 7, pulling off to 5. So we have. That's a slide back to 4, hammer to 5, hammer to 7 and back again. Same on the D there, we're going 7, 5, 4. So far we have this. that's 5, 7, 9. 5, 7, 9 on G, 7, 8, 10 on B, 7, 8, 10 on E, slide to 12. Back to 10, 8, and onto your B string. So we have this so far. It's complicated, isn't it? The last bit. Slide back to 7, hammer 8, 7, sorry, hammer 8, 10, back to the 8. 9, 7, 5 on the G, and 7 on the D string there. So we have Okay, here's example 10. This involves basically everything we've done so far, hammering on from nowhere, slides, and all sorts of stuff. So we're starting on the G string. Okay, now the fingering is important here. 1, 2, 1, 4, 5, 4 on the G string. 5, third finger hits that 5. So we get. So you're doing this 3 and 1 here on frets 5 and 4. That's because then we can slide to the 7D. You could do it with second finger and swap out. I prefer not to. First finger plays the 5 on the A string. Back to the 3, hammer 5, slide to the 7. So we have this. Then we're playing the 5 on the D. 5, 7, hammering and pulling there on the G. 7 on the D. Pull back to 5, hammer to 7, slide to 9. 7 on the A string, back to 5, 7 to 9. Play the 7D. 7, 9, hammer and pull on the G, 9 on the D, pull back to 7, slide to 10 there. 9 to 7 on the A string, hammer to 9, slide to 10, and the finish is a 9 to 7 slide on the G. So slowly it's this. There we go. Okay, so that was Legato 2. I hope your fingers are on fire. They should be by now. Try and do these probably about 3 times a week, and within a few weeks you'll have mastered them and you'll be ready for the next video, which is Legato 3. Gulp. So I'll see you in that next video. Take care.